superhuman machine intelligence is probably the greatest threat to the continued existence of humanity. Really my biggest nightmare. Let me ask you what your biggest nightmare is.
My worst fears are that we, the field, the technology, the industry, cause significant harm to the world.
And the real question is over what time scale?
I think if this technology goes wrong, it can go quite wrong.
My name is Drewth, and today I'm going to be talking about what may be the most important issue facing the entire world today, AGI. Artificial Generalized Intelligence. If you haven't heard of that before, I'll bet you have heard of and probably even used ChatGPT, Midjourney, or any one of the dozens of AI tools that have been taking the tech world by storm this year. We're going to be taking a closer look at a man that's behind the curtain, the mysterious wizard of Silicon Valley, Sam Altman. And we're going to be getting to the truth about him, his companies, what they're building, and most importantly, what it means for you and the future of humanity. Go ahead and smash that like button. Turn on this channel's notifications and never miss an urgent report from the brilliant researchers down here in the blockchain bunker. OpenAI has several products, including DALL-E, a generative text-to-image AI tool, Whisper, an AI-driven speech-to-text tool, and Codex, a general-purpose programming AI tool. But the most famous AI tool that OpenAI is building right now is called ChatGPT. It's a generative AI tool that returns text, images, or videos in response to user inputs and prompts. Now, I won't get into how exactly all of this works, but for just some basic understanding, generative AI is a broad term for any AI system that is temporarily creating content. Large language models, LLMs, are a type of AI system that works with language and draws from a large set of data and computational power. These can create a foundational model, which is a term for AI systems with broad capabilities that can be applied to a range of purposes. So, ChatGPT is a foundational generative AI model that is based on a large language model. Sorry if that was confusing. I just think it's important that you understand what all of these geeks are talking about. ChatGPT was so popular that it reached 100 million users in just 2 months after launching in 2022, which is now setting a record for user adoption. In response to this unprecedented user demand, Microsoft, a longtime investor in OpenAI, decided to increase their investment and extend their partnership, announcing in January 2023 that they would be investing an additional $10 billion in OpenAI. By now, you might be saying, okay, Drewth, that's all great, but what does Sam have to do with crypto? The only crypto Sam I know is waiting to stand trial for being a bigger Madoff than Bernie Madoff himself. Well, back in 2019, when he stepped away from Y Combinator to run OpenAI, Altcoin Altman also co-founded Tools for Humanity, a company building a global iris-based biometric cryptocurrency system fund called Worldcoin. So, what is Worldcoin? Well, according to Sam, Worldcoin was conceived as a prototype for a universal basic income, which Sam sees as inevitable due to the rise in technology that Sam himself keeps building. Weird. Almost seems like if he would stop building all these things, we won't have to depend on him to protect us from them. That's pretty strange. Sam tried to keep his project quiet at first, probably because it sounds so evil. But the idea is simply that users will get paid in Worldcoin in a wallet that they can use in the Ethereum ecosystem and that runs on Optimism's tech stack. World tokens will be claimed by people to verify your identity and unique personhood. Worldcoin wants to scan your iris using a super evil looking silver camera called the Orb. I swear you can't make this stuff up. Basically like New York and their jab incentives to give you a burger and some fries for that genetic modification. Fantastic. Some offer a $10 rebate on purchases. Some offer a chance to win a new car. But whatever paltry bribe Sam Altman and his Worldcoin henchmen are offering, I guarantee you that it's not worth it. Details on this project are still deliberately being kept under wraps, but basic human intuition should tell you that whatever they are up to, it's dystopian at best and an evil conspiracy to control the world at worst. My friends at Altcoin Daily said it well.
Your eyes will be scanned. You will give up your biometric data. You will accept Cherubian Worldcoin.
Sounds like exactly what the World Economic Forum has been planning for years. The scariest part? It's working. Hundreds of thousands of users are already quietly onboarded to Worldcoin in exchange for one of Sam's silly little bribes. Although Worldcoin is careful to try and hide this information, and they definitely do not advertise what's really going on, if you take a close look at the privacy deep dive section on their website, you'll see that they're collecting a lot more than just a user's irises. They need lots of data to make sure that the orbs are trained to recognize eyes, regardless of who it scans. Initial scans targeted mostly children in developing countries like Chile, Indonesia, and Sudan. I'm all in favor of decentralized digital identity, But there are a ton of great projects working on solutions for that, and none of them have relied on a creepy system of bribing poor children in third world countries so they can harvest their biometric data. There has to be a better way. Now, if you're like me, this kind of behavior by one centralized company, especially a company ran by Sam Altman, the man trying to build the world's first AGI, should worry you. Apparently, it worries European regulators too. A couple weeks ago, French privacy watchdog group said the legality of this collection seems questionable, as do the conditions for storing biometric data. They're coordinating their ongoing investigation with German authorities as well. Britain's Information Commissioner's Office also confirmed that it was making inquiries. Even Ethereum co-founder Vitalik Buterin warned Worldcoin has major issues and has pointed out that the iris scans could inadvertently expose a person's sex, ethnicity, and maybe even their medical conditions. I am of the opinion that this very same system will likely know you better than yourself in 10 years. Talk about a privacy risk. Kenya's government went one step further. The Communications Authority of Kenya released a statement ordering Worldcoin to cease its data collection activities in Kenya until further notice. Despite what seems to be a nearly universal concern about Worldcoin's operations, Altman says they're going strong and onboarding one new verified person every 8 seconds. Crazy to think about, but at that rate, it would take them 5 years to get 20 million users. So Altman plans to 5x Worldcoin's onboarding capacity by the end of this year. But what's the takeaway here? What's really at stake in this story? Well, I think it goes back to where we started. Fear. Altman is a fellow prepper. He said in 2016, I have guns, gold, potassium, iodide, antibiotics, batteries, water, gas masks from Israel Defense Force, and a big patch of land in the Big Sur I can fly to. What is he prepping for? Well, he doesn't say. But I think the key is in the answer to that question when he was asked in Congress in May 16, 2023, what is your biggest fear? My worst fear is that we cause significant harm to the world. If this technology goes wrong, it can go quite wrong. So it's clear that Sam is consciously aware of the risks of what he's doing, but he's doing it anyways. He's taken an attitude of technological determinism. The idea that anything can be done will be done. So why not do it first? Why not create the tools for a dystopian nightmare future and then have all the power you need to avoid it right there in your hands? Well, there's just one problem with that. If you believe in a technological determinism, you also believe that the path of technology is the same for everyone, which means that anyone else could go down the same path and beat you to the prize at the finish line. What is that prize? It's likely that the creation of such a piece of technology would lead to what's known to sci-fi nerds as the technological singularity, God in a box. The singularity refers to a point where technological growth becomes uncontrollable and irreversible, resulting in unforeseeable changes to humanity and civilization. OpenAI published a paper in April concluding that the latest OpenAI model exhibits many traits of intelligence, including abstraction, comprehension, vision and coding, and understanding human motives and emotions. In June, the New York Times published an article alleging that many leaders in Silicon Valley are becoming concerned that the singularity may already be here, and we just haven't realized it yet. Altman himself stated during this recent appearance on the Lex Fridman podcast that he believes multiple teams will create AGI while working on different projects in different parts of the world at roughly the same time. In other words, Sam isn't just worried that he won't get to the singularity first, he's worried that even if he does, his creation won't be enough to save him from itself. And that is Sam Altman's worst fear. Sam once tweeted, AI is the tech the world has always wanted. But we don't want it if it means we have to let him scan our eyes and unleash something on mankind that has the power to take over every aspect of our lives. Before we even realize it, we've lost control. Let me know down in the comments what you think about AGI and how all of this will play out in the future. Stay based, my friends, and remember, the Drewth is out there.